What's up, guys? It's your girl Onana, and I welcome you all to Onana Nation. So, if this is your first time or stopping by on this channel, please go ahead and subscribe because you are definitely going to love it here. On this channel, we talk all things entertainment, we talk about African recipes, and we do lifestyle. So, please go ahead and subscribe. You will definitely enjoy this space. Alright, so today we're going to talk about BIGGY 237. The show which has us all glued to our screens, the show which has us all talking all over the world. We love it. We are happy, we're proud. They're putting us on the map. BIGGY Africa, nobody invited Cameroon, nobody called us, nobody had our time. BIGGY Nigeria, obviously organized by Nigerians for Nigeria, and so we have to make things happen for ourselves. So I'm so happy BIGGY took this initiative. We have to do things for ourselves, and I'm happy we are here. So we have not yet arrived, but we are getting there. There's a lot of things to be adjusted here and there, but we'll definitely get there. All right, so let's get to know our contestants, get to meet your favorite contestants. Today they had like a little presentation in the living room where they got to open up and tell us who they are, tell us intimate things about them. And I was like, wow, there's somebody in the house who was a virgin. She had sex for the very first time and she carried a baby. I was like, oh my God. So I discovered a lot about the housemates today, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So I'm here to give you guys details about your favorite contestants, as per what they said today. So let's discuss. Stay tuned for this gist. All right, point number one, we're going to talk about TJ, one of the baddest boys in the house, one of the dopest boys in the house, one of the finest boys in the house, aka Zita Minaj's heartbeat. So let's talk about TJ. So because today they were having I'm getting notifications in my phone. All right, so because today they were having a presentation, housemates got to talk about themselves, their life, opening up to us, tell us one or two things about them and where they've been in life, the things they regret, the things they wish they could change and stuff like that. All right, first up we have TJ, and TJ, they asked TJ, what is your motivation? So I like the answer. I particularly love the answer he gave. We have people in our lives, we learn from them and we want to adjust. TJ, what is your biggest motivation? And this is the answer he gave. My biggest motivation is my dad, because my dad lived a good life, but his retirement was not really lucrative. He retired broke, he retired poor, he lived a good life and stuff. There's some people who work and don't save, there's people who work and don't plan for the future, but you cannot blame them. There's family, there's responsibilities, there's a lot of things that go on, and you cannot blame people for working and not planning for the future. So TJ was like, my dad spent his life well, he lived a good life, but he retired broke, he retired poor, and that really touched me. I'm trying to correct this mistake. I'm trying not to let him pass that baton to me. I'm trying to fix all the things where he failed and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, the true son of your father. You're learning from him, learning from his mistakes, and you're trying to avoid them, and that's amazing. So I like that aspect of TJ's response, and it definitely made me to love him more, definitely made me to know more about him. Like, I didn't know nothing about him, didn't know about his background, nothing. He talked about his dad. He's from a humble background, middle income family, average home, and I'm happy. He also said he's the firstborn in a family of 6. They are all boys. Like, that made me try you. You know what it means to have 6 boys? I have 2, and I'm already crying. 6 boys? Hey, the mom was definitely strong, and she tried it. Like, sis, you tried. So they asked him, TJ, if you can go back to your past, what are you going to change? What are you going to ameliorate? What are you going to fix? And TJ said he's going to go back to his past. If he can go back to his past, he's going to go back and change all the relationships he had. He's going to stop breaking girls' hearts. And I'm like, okay. So you were the heartbreaker because you're a fine boy, because you're tall, you're dark, you're handsome, you think you've made it in life. It just made me laugh. Like, TJ, okay, you were a heartbreaker. I'm just happy you've changed now, and you better not break Zita Minaj's heart, because I will take it personally. I'll be on your matter, I'll be on your case. Don't try and break Zita's heart. She's a sweetheart, okay? And then we asked TJ, Zita and you, this thing you guys have going on, do you think it has potential? Do you think it will continue in future? Like, where are you guys going? TJ is having a steamy relationship with Zita. They were dancing on the party and rubbing on each other. It was really emotional for a moment. There was chemistry there. And the fans are now calling them TZ, T for TJ and Z for Zita. People want them to come together. People want them to date. People want them to entangle, So the fans are rooting for them, obviously. And now they ask TJ, you and Zita, what's going on? Like, do you think you guys are still going to have this relationship out of the BIGGY house? And TJ was playing politics. Everybody in Cameroon is a politician. I'm telling you guys, everybody in Cameroon is a politician like Biapol. Can you imagine? A straight question, TJ, when you leave this house, do you think you're still going to be dating Zita Minaj? Yes or no? TJ started doing politics. I'm not sure. I don't know. Zita, by the way, is everything I ever wanted in a woman. She has everything I want my future wife to be. Then just say, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this popping, get this relationship going because she's everything I wanted in a woman. So you're there giving her all the attributes. She's everything I wanted. She's this, she's that. But simple question: will you date her when you leave the house? She just started beating around the bush, and I'm like, okay. TJ was like, I'm not sure. I don't really know. So we'll leave everything in God's hands. Which God's hands? God has given us willpower as human beings. It's up to you to make certain decisions for yourself. Do you want her? Yes or no? She's a fine babe. You don't even know what you have in that household. A lot of guys around the world will die to be with Zita. A lot of guys are already eyeing her. So this one you're doing corner corner now, you sabi. By the time you're making, when you leave the house, by the time you're still doing this, you're corner corner, somebody will come and marry her. Let me tell you. So point number 2, we had Ndukong Joel. So I'm telling you guys the things I noticed today during the Biggie 237, and it really shocked me. A lot of little facts about the contestants I didn't know, and I bet you didn't know as well. So oh yeah, let's discuss together. Let's discover them together. Point number 2, Ndukong Joel is related to a big Khmer celeb. Like, did you guys know? You know the name Ndukong, I always know that name, and I know it rings a bell because it's one of our big celebs in Cameroon's name, but I didn't really know, like, what? You're related to this guy? Ndukong Joel is related to Ndukong God Love. And to those of you who don't know who Ndukong God Love is, that's Jovio. So Ndukong Joel is Jovi's brother. So I don't know whether it's direct brother as in blood, consanguinity, or his brother as in cousin, just general famille petite. I don't know. But I was like, oh my God, Ndukong Joel, look at you. You are actually related to Jovi. Like, that's amazing. And Jovi is not even saying anything. Or Jovi, you have a big platform. If Ndukong Joel is your brother, give him a little shout out now. You have fans. You have people who are rooting for you. You have die-hard fans. If you should just go to Twitter and write a small tweet, hey guys, my boy Ndukong Joel or my cousin Ndukong Joel or my brother Ndukong Joel is in BIGGY 237 and he's up for evictions, vote for him. People are going to vote for him like crazy. You have the platform, you have the followers. Like, give your boy a little shout out now. What's going on, Jovi? Or have you not been attending family meetings? Have you forgotten all your cousins? Now they're a celeb. What's going on? So if Ndukong Joel truly is your relative, as he says, like, Ndukong Joel was so proud. They're like, Joel, are you related to Jovi? Was like, yeah, I'm related to Jovi. Jovi is my brother. I'm so proud of my brother. I'm like, oh. So Ndukong Joel is related to Jovi, and I'm like, wow. It was really amazing to find out. So I'm discovering things about the housemates every single day, and I'm definitely going to be bringing it to you guys day after day so we can discuss. All right. So point number 3, brown sugar. Brown sugar shocked me, and it shocked me. I didn't know. Like, I didn't expect it. Like, I didn't expect it. Like, I didn't see it coming. Brown sugar. Until brown sugar now was, my mouth is even heavy to say it. Until brown sugar was a virgin. Hey, who sent her? I don't know. Until brown sugar was a holy girl. She was a virgin and she went to have sex. First sexual intercourse, pregnancy came. I was like, oh my God, this is sad. For a little girl who just wants to live life, who just wants to experience things, like, for your very first intercourse, for you to get pregnant. I was like, what? So brown sugar, one of the housemates of BIGGY 237. If you're just joining us now, I'm talking about BIGGY 237. Hello guys, hello and welcome. Please let me know your names and where you're watching us from. Tell me below in the comment section. Let's discuss. And also make sure you subscribe, because on Onana Nation we give you the top, the best, the hottest gist from PE and around the world. So please go ahead and subscribe as we continue. So we're talking about this housemate. We're talking about BIGGY 237 housemates, the strange facts about them which you didn't know and I didn't know. So today we're discovering the housemates more. And I'm on point number 3. I'm talking about brown sugar. The housemate was a virgin. Like, she had never had sexual intercourse before, and her very, very first time, unfortunately, she got pregnant. For a little girl who was just trying to establish, trying to experience some things in life, it was really sad that her first time she got pregnant. And she's from a very religious background, from a Christian home, so her parents were really tough on her. And now she just wants to create an NGO for young girls, to like be a big sister to them, use her life's experiences to encourage them, to motivate them and stuff like that. So this brings me to my next point. African parents, what is sex education do now? You guys should give your kids sex education. Like, there are things that nobody can tell your kids but you parents. There's things that nobody can tell your kids but you mommy, but you daddy. So put your kids together and talk to them. There's age for sex education. Somebody's writing, hi Onana. Hi Alino Mvo. How are you, Alino? Alino is my brother's name. My brother is Alen. Hi Alino, you have my baby brother's name. How you doing? Yeah, so African parents, make sure, Alino, let us know you're watching. Let us know where you're watching us from. I'm in Chicago. So African parents, give your kids sex education. Very important. Very, very important. There's things if you don't tell your kids, nobody out there will tell them. And before you know it, it will be too late. They'll go out there and begin to make mistakes and it will be too late. There's a certain age where you have to give your children sex education. I don't know whether it's 12 or 14 for girls and boys. It's different. Girls mature faster than boys, and girls are higher at risk than boys. So parents, make sure you give your parents sex education. Very important. When your child gets to that age, begin to tell the child things about their body, tell the child about reproductive health, tell the child that, okay, baby girl, if you can hold off having sex as long as you can, that'll be amazing, because you stay out of risks to have STDs and STIs and all these nasty diseases. Please hold it off as much as you can. Do not just go out there having sex with people. And if you see that you cannot really hold yourself and you really must have sex, make sure you use a condom. Just educate your children. Tell them not to involve in sexual intercourse at a very young age, and if at all they want to, or if they really cannot hold themselves, if they really cannot help themselves, they should use protection. It's as simple as that. They should use condom. So this is a little girl from a Christian home. I'm assuming from a holy background. The parents are not even comfortable talking about sex, like they don't even want to hear sex. Those kind of religious homes where sex is a taboo. Instead for them to put the girl down and advise her, nobody advised her. So she went out there being a virgin, trying to experience life. Boom, first sexual intercourse, she got pregnant. I'm like, oh my God. I was really like sad. I felt for her when I listened to this. And now she has a baby and she's like, all she wants to do with her life is encourage young girls out there to be the best versions of themselves. She wants to have an NGO, to teach other young girls not to make the same mistake she made and stuff like that. So that was brown sugar. And another fact about brown sugar you didn't know, in the house, brown sugar and APM Collins, they're an item. It's like they're dating silently. They're not really vocal about it like all the other housemates. They're not really doing lovey-dovey things, so you cannot know. It's in their sphere that they're dating. I keep calling him Makogele. Makogele Collins and Brown Sugar, they are dating silently in the house. So it was today that Makogele Collins made us to know by calling Brown Sugar, saying, my sweetheart, the woman after my heart, the woman who makes me happy, the woman with this, the woman with that. And I was like, okay, so this is your bae in the house. All right, so let's move on to more facts. Brown Sugar also said she is sweet from within. I don't know what that means. She said she's sweet. I love this show, Mom. Very educative. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Alino. I'm happy you love it. I'm happy you're enjoying it. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for riding it out with us. I appreciate you. So where are you watching us from tonight, Alino? I'm saying tonight, you may be somewhere where it's morning already. So where are you watching us from? So Brown Sugar, she also said she is sweet from within. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean? Sweet from within? Within where? Within how? Sweet in the middle? Let us know, like, how are we to know you're sweet from within? Have our brother tasted? Let him come and tell us. Have Epi Makoge tasted? Let him come and tell us. What do you mean you're sweet from within? And I'm like, okay. So my own is only to bring you guys the gist as it is hot. As they begin to say it, my own job is only to bring it to you guys. I'm not judging. Sister says she's sweet. Okay, good for her. And her potential be. So the next person we're going to talk about is Rezil the artist, and let's talk about a few facts about Rezil. I didn't know Rezil was well traveled, as they say. They say he's traveled the world, he's traveled a few countries, and Rezil said what he's most proud of in his life, the day, or the happiest day of his life, is the day he met Stanley Eno, the day he met Wizkid, the day he met Tufan, he met excuse me, he met all of them in Ghana. He went for a festival in Ghana, maybe the African Music Fest or something, I don't know. So he went to Ghana because he's also an artist. So Rezil said he's so proud of the day he met Stanley Eno, he met Wizkid, he met Tufan and a couple of other African artists, and Daphne in Ghana. So that's one fact about Rezil which I didn't know, and I'm guessing you didn't know too. So today we're getting to know our housemates more. I'm bringing you guys gist from Big Brother house. And another thing about Rezil, he said he lost his dad. If you see me looking, I'm looking at the paper here. I jotted a few points down. That's what I'm looking at. So another thing about Rezil, he said he lost his dad at a very tender age. He was still so young when he lost his dad. So his mom was his rock, doing everything for him. And It's like the mom got a new man in her life, or something of that sort, because he keeps making referral to a certain daddy this, daddy that. He was everything to me. He helped me. So Reza really opened up today. He was really vulnerable with us, showing us his life, his background, where he comes from, how losing his dad made him like humbled him, how he relies on his mommy, and how mommy got this new man who, I don't know if his mommy got a new man or if it's a guy in the family who was everything to him growing up. He was a father figure, he was a role model to him and stuff like that, and it was just beautiful. So they asked Razel, what do you regret most in your life? What is the worst thing you've done in your adult life? And Razel was about to give us the gist, and Biggie caught the video. I was so mad. Biggie caught the video. I only heard, yeah, Sikoko. Like, Biggie, if I hear that Sikoko one more time, I'm just so tired of hearing that particular advert. So now Razel said, they asked him, what is the worst thing you've done in your adult life? What is the thing you regret most doing? And Razel said, I have had a threesome. So he said something like a threesome, and Biggie caught the video. I was so mad. That's some juicy juice. That's some juicy gist I want to hear. He was trying to explain what he meant. He talked about having sex with another guy and a girl. So that's a threesome. That's what it means. If the two guys having sex with one girl at once, it's a threesome. So he was about to give us the juicy juice, the details and everything. Biggie cut the video. I was so mad. So Razel was about to tell us about his threesome. Biggie cut it. So that was the juicy juice. The hottest thing about Razel, the fact about Razel, which you didn't know and I didn't know, he's been involved in a threesome. And that's the fact I'm bringing to you today. Let's move on to the next contestant. I'm watching from Zurich, Switzerland. It's 4 a.m. here. Oh, already 4 a.m. in Swiss. That's nice. You're watching from Zurich, Switzerland. That's the capital of all the money situations in the world, where all the big banks are. And okay, are you working in a bank? Tell us. Maybe you need to finance Biggie 237. You need to send them some money. Emerson Mercy. Hi Mercy, how are you doing, girl? And where are you watching us from? Please, my name is Onana Nation. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn your notification bell on, because you're going to love this space. On this channel, we talk entertainment, we talk about African recipes, and we do lifestyle. So please, girl, please go ahead and subscribe. Alino, are you subscribed yet? Please subscribe and turn your notification bell on, because you're definitely going to love this space. You can as well share the video, and then you come back, let's watch, and let's continue with our gist. Hello, I'm watching from Canada, Edmonton. Okay, how is Edmonton today? Merci. How's everything going at home? How is your family? How is everyone? Hope everything is going great, girl. How is your work? How is everything? All right, so next point, we're going to talk about Irene. There really isn't much to talk about Irene, but the fact I know about Irene is that Irene has a baby. Like, this is one thing about Biggie 237. Almost all housemates have children, and I'm like, what? I didn't know. When you see them, I'm 21 years old, I'm 23 years old, I'm this, I'm that, and they all have kids. No, not all. Like, most of them have kids, and I was surprised. All these young children with kids, like, okay. So that's one fact about most housemates I discovered today. Brown Sugar has a baby, like I told you guys earlier. She was a virgin. She had sex for the very first time she had a baby. She got pregnant from the first sexual intercourse. And who else has a baby? Irene. I'm going line by line. Irene is like one of the mature ladies in the house. She's a teacher, so she has a baby. And today, like, I'm giving you guys gist about the housemates you don't know. So Irene has a baby, and I was a little surprised to find out too. And she's a teacher, and then she was really giving advice to young girls out there. Irene sounds like a sound-minded person. She sounds like the kind of person I want to listen to. She sounds like the grandson who has experience in this life. Like, she knows a lot about life, and now she's advising younger girls. She's like, single moms, don't be ashamed of yourself. Oh, the fact that your baby daddy left is not the end of your life. Hustle, my sister. Hustle, look at, wow. Hustle, don't give up. The fact that your baby daddy left is not a problem. It's no big deal. You still have two hands, and as long as there's life, there's hope. So work for yourself, put food on your table, and make sure you feed your babies. Don't cry. Don't be wallowing in sadness like, oh, my life don't end. Oh, he left me. Oh, he abandoned me. You are smart. So I'm adding my voice to that of Irene's today to tell you guys, ladies, we are smart, we are intelligent, we can make things happen for ourselves, we are badass, okay? Anything you want to achieve, you can achieve. Have you ever heard the saying, what a man can do, a woman can do better? That's not a lie. Like, it's a fact. What a man can do, we're not comparing with men, but I'm just saying, if a woman puts her mind to do something, if a woman is determined, she can achieve anything she wants to achieve in the world. So sisters, if you have a baby out of wedlock, do not cry. Even if you are married and he left you, do not cry. There's a lot you can achieve on your own. Just work hard, work on yourself, and do not give up. All right, at this juncture, I'm going to read a few comments as we continue. Ken Leonardo. Hi Leonardo, how are you doing today, and where are you watching us from? Hey girl, thanks for coming to my channel. Please subscribe as we continue. Alino, I'm a diehard subscriber of this channel, mom. Oh, thank you, Alino. That's my baby brother's name. Yeah, Irene, of course, I noticed that too. Some of them look older than the ages they mentioned. I know, right? Leonardo, see, girl, you're 100% right. Most of them look older than the ages they mentioned. Maybe because they've had kids, maybe because of life's experiences, and then society of today, all man are big girl, all man are done girl, all man are done chap. So everybody's trying to look hot. They're wearing contacts, they're wearing fake eyelashes, like faux cils, les choses comme ça. They have their eyebrows reaching to the sky, putting sharp lip glosses and stuff. So sometimes the way you present yourself makes you look bigger than your age. Me, for example, when I tell people I'm my 20s, they're like, what? A lot of people think I'm older than my age. Some people look older than their age. It's just nature or just naturally, I don't know. But some other people are lying. Some of them are big liars. They are telling us they're in their 20s. When you see them, they don't look at all like they're 21, 22. So I'm not one to judge people's ages. I don't really care. But some of them are definitely lying. That's a fact. Thank you, Alina, for being a die-hard subscriber of this channel. We are going to the permanent direction. The ministry is improving. Thank you, Alina. Some of them look older. Yeah, I read that comment already. Yeah, Irene, of course. I noticed that too. Yeah, Mercy, Irene sounds like a level-headed girl. She sounds like somebody I want to listen to. She was giving advice to young girls out there, and it's amazing. It's something I'm here for. I like that. We need to work hard as a woman. That's true. We need to work hard. It doesn't mean you should work hard only because you're alone. Even if you have a partner, work hard and support your partner. Like, you don't have to be depending on men for everything. Like, work hard if you can. I'm not just talking because there's some people who have all the degrees, they still don't have job opportunities. So if you can, work hard. If you cannot find a job with all your degrees, keep them to the side and do business, hustle, whatever you can do. Don't just sit down because your husband is working. What if something happens to him tomorrow? What are the kids going to eat? So as women, you have to work, you have to struggle and hustle. Tu parles français? Oui, je parle un peu de français, Alino. Tu veux qu'on cause français? All right, so we're going to go to our next couple of points. I have Ranibel Kizzy. Ranibel Kizzy too has a baby. Ranibel is one of the hottest babes in the house, and she has a baby. I was like, what? Almost everybody in this house has a baby, and they're all so young. Look at you. You have a baby who is a couple of years old, and I'm like, when did you have this baby? Rani Bell is like 22 or 23, and she has a baby too, and I'm like, okay. So a lot of them had babies when they were young. So today I really got to discover a lot about the housemates. Like, they got up close and personal with us, exposing their lives. They were a little vulnerable, and I like that. I like to discover things about people. I like to get into people, listen to them, try to understand where they're coming from. There's some people that when you see them, the one looks stubborn, the one has strong head. You don't know where they've been in life. You don't know their experiences, don't know what they've gone through. You don't know the paths they've walked. So if you have not walked a mile in somebody's shoe, you can never tell why they behave the way they behave. You can never understand why they do the things they do. You can never understand their choices and their preferences. You may never know. So Rani Bear really opened up today, and she talked about having a son. She has a child, and her mom was taking care of her child, and her mom died. Unfortunately, her mom passed. And when her mom passed, Rani Bear had to do everything for her son. And because she couldn't really afford to take care of the baby and continue her education, she had to choose one. Obviously, as a mom, you choose your children first. So she chose her son, and she stopped going to school, obviously to try to feed the baby and raise him and stuff like that, because the baby daddy ran again. I don't know why baby daddies are always impregnating girls and leaving. I don't know why. I don't know why they choose to do this to our poor sisters. The baby daddy was not in the picture. She had to step in and be mommy and daddy for her baby, and that's why she is tough today, because of her experiences, because of all the things she's gone through in life. And then they asked Rani Bell, what is the most common misconception people have about you? What is the most common misconception people have about you? And then she said, a lot of people look at me because I dress flashy, I dress flamboyant. A lot of people look at me and think I'm a prostitute. A lot of people think I'm wayward, so I don't really care what they think. As long as I know who I am within me, I don't really care that much what they think about me. And I loved her answer. People don't want to see ladies looking sharp. If you want to be a sharp babe, people begin to label you. That one, ce sont les filles de Dior. That one, ce sont les mères androïdes. That one, they have a lot of names to give people for no good reason. You want to dress good, they call you names. You want to put eyelashes, they're calling you names. You want to do anything, make your nyanga and feel free the way you want to feel free. So Rani Bell has been judged based on the way she looks. Rani Bell is being judged based on her lifestyle and the way she dresses, and maybe by her entourage and the kind of people she hangs out with. So she's being judged for all of that. And today she was telling us her experience in life, having a baby at a young age, losing her mom. All of these things played a role in her life, and it helped in forming her, in molding her into the woman she is today. A lot of people think she's tough. She's not really that tough. It's just because of life's experiences that she's had no choice than to be strong. Sometimes when you have no other option, you just have to be strong for your own self if you want to survive. So that's that for Rani Bell. And moving on, we have MC Dibenja. Who knew MC Dibenja had a baby? Like, I was also shocked. MC Dibenja is just like 21 or 22 or 23. He also has a baby, and I was like, okay. So today I really got to discover a lot of things about the housemates, and I was like, wow. All right, I see comments. Let me read a few comments. I know my sister, we judge people way we know yet know. That's true, Mercy. We judge people a lot without knowing them. Like, we don't know what they're going through. We just want to judge. Social media has given everybody voices, like everybody. Even the one who will not have the courage to stand in front of you and talk to you, because of social media, they'll be talking anyhow. Somebody said, my brother is in BIGGY Hexival. Hexival is your brother? What? Come on, girl. Give me just about Hexival. Who is he? Where is he from? Like, where is he based? Aside BIGGY, what does he do? Give me the gist. I like to hear personal gist. What? That's your brother? Let me know all the gist about Hexival. I want to know, does he have a baby too? Does he have a girlfriend back at home? Does he have an entanglement? Tell me now in the comment section. On dit que qui se ressemble so Rani Bell. Well, not really, Mercy. We can't really go like that. We can't really say like because she looks like that, she does it. We can't really say that. All right, so I think that was the last comment. On dit que qui se ressemble so Rani Bell. Point. Girl, I feel you on that, but you cannot always judge people. You can have assumptions, but sometimes our assumptions are not true, and you cannot judge people based on looks. Yeah, so I'm just saying, sis, okay, I understand you, girl. Feel free. Give me just about Hexival. That's what I want now. Tell me, give me just about Hexival. So moving on, we have MC Dibenja. Hey, MC Dibenja has a baby. I didn't know. So MC Dibenja was, he finished his high school and stuff. He was planning to go to the university. He was planning to go to UB. He already had admission to go into UB. During that holiday, he was doing entanglements. No, he did not know that actions have consequences. He was entangling everywhere without protecting himself. So now he's at home preparing to go to UB. He had just had admission into UB. And MC Dibenja also told us about his background. He's from a humble family. Poor is a very rude word, a very harsh word. He's from a humble background, So I like this show, this BIGGY 237, because I like the show of today particularly because it really made us to get up close and personal with the housemates, to find out a lot of details about them, and I admire that a lot. MC Dibenja told us about his background, told us about his family. He's from a humble background. They don't have much money. So he really wants to win BIGGY 237 so he can take the money and go back home, ameliorate living conditions for his family and his community as a whole. So he's a guy who is thinking about people. He's not just thinking about his family. He's not selfish. So he said he wants to win so he can go back home and help his family and the people around him and the community as a whole. So that's the reason why MC Dibenja wants to win. Point number 2, MC Dibenja has a baby, as I was saying earlier. He was entangling himself during the holiday, enjoying, going around, doing his dilly-dallying with girls all around. He didn't really protect himself. Like, what would you expect from a little high school boy? Sometimes they don't know, they're excited, and it comes back to the point of parents not giving their children sex education. African parents should tell their kids, parents here in the abroad, though, parents here actually give their kids condom. You turn a certain age, your father gives you a pack of condom. That's what parents here do. In Africa, parents don't want to have sex education with their kids. Like, it's like a taboo. They don't want to tell you stuff. Like, if you don't tell your kids, who will tell them? That's how they'll go out there and begin to make mistakes. So make sure you let your kids know. African parents, give your kids sex education. This is very important. I cannot overemphasize the importance of sex education in your kids' life. Make sure you give them sex education. So MC Dibenja, after entangling himself during the holidays, it was time for him to go to school. He had just had admission to UB, so he was trying to leave from their family home to UB. He had to leave that morning to go look for a mini cité. Most of us in UB, we rent, we look for mini cités. Sometimes we even stay with our friends and stuff like that, but we figure out everything during the holiday before school starts. So it was few days to begin school. he was going down to Boya to go check municipates and rent a nice place for himself to study. And because he's from a humble family, they didn't have much money. He was within a certain budget. His dad had told him, okay, this is how much I have for you. Make sure you find a house within this, this price tag, within this price range. This is how much I have for you. And he was preparing himself, packing his bag, taking his shower to go to Boya and go look for a municipate when the phone call came. The phone call that would change everything about his life. Excuse me, I don't know, I'm begging too much. Oh, I ate watermelon today, yeah, that's why. So the phone call came and he picked the call and was like, hello, MC Dibenja, you've impregnated a girl. And he was like, oh my God, this changes everything. The girl with whom he had been hanging throughout the summer break, throughout the summer holiday, she had called like, hey, long hand don't reach for 12 for hour don't reach. All the things we were doing, all the entanglements, results have come from our entanglements. So he was like, oh my God, really? You can imagine a small boy from high school, upper six. Now, what do you know when you're living upper six? You're a young boy, you don't even know nothing. So for a girl to call you and tell you that she's pregnant with your baby, he was confused, he was bewildered, he didn't know what to do, he was discombobulated. That's Ellen's word. Ellen DeGeneres, one of her best, was discombobulated. So he was like, what's going on? So his dad now, as the man of the house, as the leader of the family, that's a very good dad. Some dads will just leave you to hang. They won't give you a solution, nothing. So his dad, as a well-thinking man, as a mature adult, he sat his son down and said, okay, son, I have, like, they had a good father to son moment, and the dad told him, son, this is how much I have for you to go to school. So either you're choosing your education, your ministry, your UB, or whatever, your fees and all of that, or you're choosing to raise this baby. So you have to choose, or you're choosing like to use the money all on the baby. You have to choose what you want to do. But for me, this is all I have for you. This is how much I have for you. You have to decide where you want to go and what you want to do with this money. So MC Dibenja did not really give us the nitty-gritties of the story. He didn't tell us how he ended, but he said he ended up having his baby, which means he found a way to make it work, and I applaud him for that. And I was so like surprised to find out he has a baby, but I was even more happy to find out the story, how the baby came into existence and how he was shocked and how that had to pause his education for a little while, and that was amazing. Not that I'm encouraging that. If you're a young boy, you want to entangle yourself, use your protections. We don't want children out of wedlock, but if the babies are here, we keep them. But then you can protect yourself to avoid situations that touch. And those children are not leaving school because of you. Because that young girl, I'm sure she didn't go to school for a couple of years. If she was even smart enough to go back later, most times it's the girls who suffer. The guys who go ahead, continue their life and do whatever they want to do. It's the girls who suffer. So you want to make sure you're protecting yourselves. Young girls and young boys out there, protect yourselves. There's STIs, there's STDs, and we don't want that. So make sure you protect yourself. And next point, Brown Popsy with the most. Brown Popsy is the guy that the public loves. Brown Popsy is the guy whom everybody admires. So we're going to talk about Brown Popsy today. Brown Popsy's mom has like a mental illness, and the guy, like, he is so in love with his mom. He respects his mom so much. He talks about her every chance he gets, and I couldn't be more proud of him. Like, as a mom myself, I wish my kids would grow up one day to talk about me like this. Like, oh my God. The guy is so proud of his mom. He talks about her every chance he gets, and it's amazing. So today, during their little discussion time, they were asking people questions, and they asked Brown Popsy, who is your motivation? He said, my mom. Who is your inspiration? My mom. Who are you most passionate about? My mom. All his questions, he answered my mom, and I was like, oh no, this is really emotional. Like, for a moment, it almost made me cry. As parents, as a mom, as a dad, all you want is for your kids to see you as a hero. All you want is for your kids to love you, to respect you, to like talk about you in a pleasant way. That's all you want. And then there's parents out here who go out of their way to do everything for their kids. The kids will still not appreciate. And this is a guy whose mom was mentally challenged. This is a guy whose mom has a mental illness, but he's still respecting mom, putting mom at the center of his world. All he wants to do is make mom feel better. All he wants to do is make mom, like, oh my God. I was so touched when I watched this, and I was like, you know what, this guy, I don't want to say he should win just based on that. He has a lot of other factors to show us, his personality and all of that, but based on this touching story alone, I feel like he deserves like a huge chunk of that money, and I wish him all the best going forward. His story is so touching. I know everybody has their story too, and I wish them all the best. So, Brown Popsy, who is your motivation? My mom. Who is your inspiration? My mom. Who are you most passionate about? Your mom. Like, my mom. So it was too emotional to watch and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I feel you on that, my brother. And then they asked him, who are you most proud of? He said, my mom. All his answers led to his mom. I'm like, okay, because he's so proud of his mom, and you would think his mom is like, the mom is like his queen and everything, and that's amazing to see. I went to a boarding school. In school, some people refuse their moms. On visiting day, this particular girl, if you see her today, she'll be on Facebook posting everywhere, but she refused her mom in school. So on visiting day, we have visiting days. On visiting day, her mom came to visit her just because the poor woman was not well dressed. So if your mom has money to pay your school fee in a boarding school, you know how much that is? That's almost 400,000 francs CFA. That's almost $800. So if your mom has money to pay your school fees like that, just because she was not well dressed, her mom came to visit her on visiting day, and she denied her mom. Her mom came and they went and called for her. She came and looked at her. She said, it's not my mom. Turned around and looked at her friends, and she was like, that's not my mom. And the friends were like, what? This woman came and dropped her on reopening. What do you mean it's not your mom? And then she turned and told her friends, that's our housemate. So you can imagine the madness in today's world. Peer pressure. That's somebody whose mom has all her reasoning faculties intact. That's somebody whose mom is normal. Sorry, I don't mean his mom is abnormal because she has mental illness. She's a normal person too. Somebody whose mom is like, she has all her faculties intact. Her mom is like hustling and paying her school fees, taking care of her, buying you stuff, coming to visit you in school. Oh, you deny your mom just because she was not well dressed and because she came once scattered bakala. The thunder that will fire you. The thunder. So you can see how crazy the world of today is. We have kids out here who deny their moms, like how Peter denied Jesus. So it's crazy. But then again, you can see guys like Brown Popsy, amazing kids, the true son of his mother. That's kids who love their moms from their heart, from the bottom of their heart, like from the soft palates of their heart, respecting their mom, even though she's mentally challenged, even though she has mental illness. The mom is still his queen, still at the center of his world. Like, oh my God, do they still make kids like Brown Popsy these days? He is such a mama's boy, and I'm so proud of him and how much love he has for his mother. It's actually amazing to see. So Brown Popsy also went ahead to give advice to kids around the world, those who are living with people who are mentally impaired, those who are living with people with mental challenges. He was advising them to be strong, to know that they are not alone, that he's going through the same thing they are going through, that they should all be strong for their family members. If you have a sister who has mental illness, be strong. If you have a mom, a brother, or an uncle or anyone, what's my face itching? So if you have somebody in your family who has mental illness, know that you're not alone. There's so many people in the world suffering from mental illness. Brown Popsy stands with you in solidarity today. Do not feel bad. Do not give up. Do not give out. Just try to be strong. Show them love. Show them understanding. So I join my voice to that of Brown Popsy today to advise everybody in the world who has relatives with mental illness. Be strong for them. Try to understand them. Sometimes they'll act a little wayward. Do not be embarrassed in public. Think of the love you have for them. Think of the stress they went through to bring you in this world. Think of everything they had to go through, to bring you where you are today. Just continue loving them, praying for them, wishing the best for them. And then do some research too. Find out about clinics in your area. What hospitals in my area treat mentally deranged people? What hospitals in my area helps people with mental illness? And then you can begin to make research, ask questions, go to the hospital, ask how much you need for me to bring my mom to the hospital, how much you need for me to bring my dad or my uncle, my brother or my sister to the hospital, what are the procedures, what kind of procedures will you conduct on their body, how much will it cost? Try to find out answers, because most of these mental illnesses, sometimes they can be solved. So when you find out all these questions, you go back home with your notes, you begin to work. How can I get 200,000 for my mom to be diagnosed? How can I get 100,000 for my sister to be treated? Make sure you love them and be understanding to them, okay? And then now we move on to the next point. We're going to talk about somebody else. Or first, I'm going to read some comments. Hi Georgette, Mokube Georgette, how are you doing, Georgie? And where are you watching us from? You have the name of Samuel Eto's wife, Mama Georgie. How are you doing, Georgette? And where are you watching us from? I am Unana. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe, girl. Here we're going to have so much fun together. It's going to be our space. It's going to be our channel. Here on La Famille Unana, we are all family. Like, we feel free, we discuss. I like to make people feel comfortable. So we are all going to be comfortable. We're all going to have a good time. Subscribe, turn your notification bell on as well so you don't miss upcoming videos. Leonardo says, here parents even take their kids to the gynecologist for birth control. That will work for them. Exactly, Leonardo. For the girls, they take them to the gynecologist for birth control. For the guys, they give them condoms and tell them, they advise their kids a lot. Parents have to give their kids Sex education, very important. Take them to the gynecologist, make them understand their body, teach them things, uh, Mercy. Well, Hexival is a model and an entrepreneur, created his own enterprise. Really? That's amazing. Very humble boy, as you see him. So, okay, we like humble people. I guess that's an attribute that can work in his favor. We like humble people. Like, nobody wants people who are bragging. Like, past who, you get past who. In this life, you cannot be bragging. No matter how intelligent you think you are, there's somebody more intelligent than you. No matter how rich you think you are, there's somebody who is richer than you. See Davido. Davido's net worth is about 20 something $million, but that's the money of the wristwatch of Floyd Mayweather. So no matter how bad, how dopest you think you are, there's somebody who is dope more than you now. There's somebody who is bad more than you. You cannot be proud in this life. No matter how smart you are, no matter how intelligent you are, no matter how rich you are, no matter how beautiful or how handsome you think you are, there's somebody who is more than you. So you cannot be proud in life. We love humble people, man. I'm not saying because he's my brother, he'd make like woman too very soft. No kids, okay. No kids, no entanglements. Alright, so I guess some ladies are watching. Hexival is free. If you guys are eyeing him, okay. Wow, that's not real. What? How can you refuse your mom? Yeah, Mercy, I went to school, like, people were refusing their moms on visiting days. Their moms will come, their moms are not well dressed. I mean, we've had girls tell us that their mom is their housemaid because their moms are dressed anyhow. Like, the woman will bust her ass off to send you to school. She comes to visit you, and you're looking at your mom like, she's our housemaid, she's our house help, she's our house girl. Like, thunder, the thunder that will fire you is still making push-ups in the Kiliwindi. So I'm gonna read some more comments. Alino says, Emerson Mercy. Okay, Alino, are you flirting with my girl Mercy? You look at there. C'est comment Alino? Okay, those two are getting along. Okay, Facebook address Emerson Mercy. All right, that's nice. I'm happy two people are getting along here. We are a family. I like to connect people. I like when people get along well. I like when people express themselves well too. That's amazing. I am not on Facebook, sorry. Mercy is not on Facebook. So where are you on? Clearly, Alino is shooting his shot. Alino wants to feel the mercy. Mercy, give Alino your mercy. Let Alino feel the mercy, okay, girl? You don't know whether brother is shooting his shot. You're not on Facebook. Okay, where are you? Are you on Insta? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Snapchat? Are you on TikTok? Tell Alino. Brother wants to know. Say, I beg go, I be mommy for 3 pikino. Mercy, mommy for 3 pikino. Okay, so Alino, our sister is already entangled. Just go and shoot your shot somewhere else. All right, moving on, we're going to talk about Nerissa. The next housemaid we're going to talk about is Nerissa. So Nerissa is also one of the sharp babes in the house. She really dressed well on the red carpet, and today they were asking her questions. She was being all goofy and playful, and I really wasn't understanding what she was doing, but there was one thing about her answers that caught my attention. I'm not just listening to all the madness they're saying. I'm picking out the points that stand out so I can bring it to you guys. She was just goofing around, goofing about. They were asking her questions. She was joking. The one thing she said, hey, they asked her this question: Nerissa, in your whole adult life, what one thing have you done that you regret doing? Like, what is the worst thing you've done in your whole adult life? And then sis laughed. She laughed for a long time, and then she held her mouth. She was ashamed when she was saying, oh my God, English show. I'm mothering English. She was ashamed to say what she had done, and then I knew it was something related to sexual intercourse, and then she confirmed my fears. This is what she had to say. She said, she shells. Sleep they do me, oh, I'm starting to get tired. So I'm rounding up the video soon. I have to go to sleep too before the kids wake up, So what Nerissa said, the worst thing she's ever done, I'm going to read that because I wrote it down. She said, doing that thing in the farm. Doing that thing. Which thing? Is it not sexual intercourse? So Nerissa has done things in the farm. So when you see how she looks put together, what is it with these alarms now in my window? So when you see how she looks put together, she looks calm and collective. And when she talks, she alluded to having sex in the farm, and I was like, what? It just takes away like a lot from the way I was seeing her. Like, what? You did what? Where? In the farm? Apostle will hear of this. So Nerissa that I've been seen as like a calm lady, like a collective kind of person, a responsible one. She has done things in the farm. So that was one fact I found out about her today, and I was like, okay. I mean, two picking, sorry. Oh, Mercy has two kids instead of three. And Alino is still asking, Mercy, you sure? Alino is really intentional about shooting his shots. Mercy, even with two kids, Alino wants to be stepdaddy, you. All right, so Nerissa, that's the one fact I have about Nerissa tonight. Oh, the second fact is her mom. Her mom is her rock. Her mom is her best friend. Her mom is everything to her. So those are the two facts I have about Nerissa. She's really close to her mom. Her mom is everything to her. Her mom is her queen and all of that. Her mom is her main cheerleader and stuff like that. And the second thing, she alluded to having sex in the farm. So that's another funny thing. I was like, okay, that's how you get down. That's how you get down, sis. Okay, who am I to judge? Then moving on, we had Zita Minaj, and a few facts I found out about Zita Minaj. People, you know, when you call Zita, everybody wants to associate her with TJ. As soon as you call Zita, everybody wants to associate her immediately with TJ. So people are asking, how what's going on between you and TJ? And do you think you guys can continue this out of the Biggie house? This is, I don't know why my mouth is watering. Maybe I need to drink water. But let me round up the video first, and then we're going to discuss about water drinkation after. So Zita Minaj, people are asking Zita, why are you close with TJ, and do you think you guys are going to continue this relationship out of the Biggie house? And this is what Zita had to say. You know, Zita and TJ, they are doing Koni Moyo. They don't want to admit that they're having a relationship. They don't want to say it clearly, but we can see, because we're not blind, we're not kids, we can tell, you know. Zita said, TJ, I'm just comfortable with him. You know, he's like a big brother. He will tell me everything I need to know, everything I need to do. He will tell me how to correct my mistakes, how to better the things I'm doing. And I'm like, okay, that's what we're calling it now. So instead of saying that he's your boo, you're saying that you're comfortable with him. Is that what we're calling it now? Okay. And then they asked her, are you going to continue dating TJ out of the Biggie house? And then she said, we'll see. I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. Let's leave everything in the hands of God. Which God? God has given us willpower as human beings. You have the right to make decisions for yourself. You want to date this guy out of the house? Yes or no? You want to be with this person out of the house? Yes or no? Simple questions. She went and was playing politics and was doing, we'll see, you know, it's the will of God. I'm like, okay. And then we had Gaga Wayne. It's today that I got to know Gaga Wayne's real name. Gaga Wayne said her name is Mangui and she's from Akum, small London. So that was one interesting fact I got to know about Gaga Wayne. Her real name, Mangui. And I think that's amazing too. And then they asked Gaga Wayne, what is one common misconception people have about you? She said the same answer as Randibel Kizzy. She said a lot of people tend to think she's a prostitute and that she's scattered, you know. For the scattered part, I kind of see why people have reasons to think Gaga Wayne is scattered. She looks like just a play baby. She looks scattered. But for the prostitution part, I don't know. I'm not really going to talk on that. And I think it's offensive for people to judge women based on the way they look. If she dresses a certain way, that's how she's most comfortable. You guys should not be judging people out here. Every time a lady wants to spray her hair, she's a prostitute. Every time a lady wants to do something, she's a prostitute. Like, why are we judging women, confining women in all these little boxes, and then nobody's doing same for guys? That's not right. The world makes things too hard for women, and I think it's unnecessary. Like, there's so many standards they hold women up to. You must do this, you must do that, you must just like this, you must this, it's just crazy. Like, And then we also had King Aluan. King Aluan is also one of the hot guys of the house. You know, he talks a lot for a guy who makes a lot of mouth. When they interview him today, they're asking him questions about him, and he was like a little shy. And I'm like, okay, you look like a bold guy. Now they're asking you questions, you're beating around the bush. Give us precise and concise answers. The other housemates are coming here and opening up to us, making us to know them more. Give us precise and concise answers. The thing is that some of these guys don't know they are playing a game. And they don't know 11 million francs CFA is at stake, because BIGGY 237, the winner, is going to get 11 million francs CFA. A lot of these people are playing as if they don't know 11 million is at stake. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that can change your life. And he's an artist. King Alwan is an artist. So you have to make sure you use every single talent you have in your favor. You have to make sure you use every single opportunity you have to talk in your favor. You have to make sure you make the people love you. You have to open up to the public, to the voters, make them know you more. Be vulnerable with the voters. See how people love Brown Popsy. It's not even because of what he's doing in the house. He's just quiet in the house. He isn't doing much. People love Brown Popsy because of his story. So you have to make sure that every little thing you have, you use it as an asset as opposed to a liability. So every little thing you have, every little thing going on in your life, in your family, tell the people. That's what we want to know. We want to know more about you. We want you to be vulnerable with us. Open up to us. Let's know one or two things about you. That's how we begin to love you. That's how we begin to root for you. And that's how we begin to vote for you. And that's how you get one step closer to winning the 11 million francs CFA. So King Aluan came and Small Pepper, they were asking them questions, they were answering as if they didn't want to answer, and I was like, you guys are boring. Because you guys are really seeming to be entertaining people in the house, and today they're asking you questions. Open up to us and tell us stuff. So they were a little boring for me. I just couldn't understand what was going on, and I was like, okay. So King Aluan, they asked him, what do you want to do in future? What do you aspire to be? What's your biggest dream in life? And he said he wants to win a Grammy award, as in Grammy. Uncle no even start with Afrima award or Urban Jams Music Award, local Kame award. He did not start with that one. He wants to just keep everything and go to Grammy. So you want to go and be fighting Grammy with Beyonce and Jay-Z. I'm like, okay. So I'm happy for you. I'm happy you have dreams. Everything is possible. All dreams are valid. If you work hard, you're going to achieve your dreams. But that was just a little funny. You didn't start with Cameroon. You could have said you want to win Cameroon Music Award or whatever before going to Grammy level. But brother is dreaming big. They say if your dreams do not scare you, you're not dreaming big enough. So this is a dream that can scare anybody. So obviously Uncle is dreaming big, and I like the aspect about him. So let's read a few comments. I've barely had time to watch Biggie 237. Thanks for the summer roundup. That's why I'm here, Alino. That's why I'm here to give you guys the gist, because I know people are busy. Myself, I'm busy. My hands are full. Like, the only reason why I'm doing this video this late is because the kids are finally asleep. So I finally get a chance to talk. You know, my hands are full. I know a lot of people are busy and they want to know about Biggie 237. My friends keep asking me, now what's going on? Now what's going on? And I'm like, don't bother. I'm going to give you guys an update if I can find time to sit down and edit a video. I actually shot a video on Saturday. Saturday after Biggie's party. I actually shot that video. I was ready to upload and everything. I started editing the video, editing. I reached a certain point, the video just stopped, and I was trying to export the video. It just would not go. So I had done the video and everything, finished editing. I spent hours on that video. I was trying to export the video. It just was not going. So I had to do something, and then I've been busy Sunday, busy. Sunday is the days where I do laundry, cooking, you know, taking care of a lot of things at home. So I've been a little busy. Monday I was busy, and Tuesday busy, you know. Today is the only day I'm like, you know what, I have to do a live on this to give people updates on Biggie 237, because people have been asking me. I was like, I have to do, even if it's a live video, to let you guys know what's happening, to bring you guys up to speed, you know, while waiting to fix whatever is wrong with my editing app. I need to do something to bring you guys up to speed. So yeah, you can count on another nation to bring you updates from Biggie 237. You can count on us. We're always going to bring you updates, and I'm happy you love it. I'm happy you love the summary. Has any of the housemates been evicted already? Nope. 25 people went into the house. 26 people actually, because Hexy Val's name was not on that list. The 25 names Biggie had given earlier, Hexy Val's name was not on the list. So Biggie has added Hexy Val. Now there's 26 contestants, and there's still 26 of them in the house up to now. So nobody has left so far, but a couple of them are up for eviction, and we're going to see how that goes. And if you want to know about nominations, I can let you know, about the few things I remember from nomination, because nomination was all the way last week Saturday. So Brown Popsy nominated Ranibel Kizzy, and Ranibel Kizzy nominated Brown Popsy. So there's bad blood between the two of them. They don't see eye to eye. Ranibel is an authoritative person. Brown Popsy himself has his own little pride, so two authoritative people don't get along, because they always want to blush heads. When two bow, they meet up, one must bow. That's a normal fact. It's a given. So she's authoritative, he's authoritative, and both of them, they clash all the time. It happens like that. And then during the diary room session, where they were nominating contestants and stuff like that, King Aluan alluded to having feelings for Ranibel Kizzy. King Aluan went and told Biggie that he likes Ranibel, and King Aluan doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't know the gist. He doesn't know the cocoa. He doesn't know that Ranibel has kissed Shapalo, because it happened in a really secretive way, and Biggie took Ranibel to the diary room to ask her. So a lot of housemates in the house don't know. So I'm curious to find out how this conversation will go when King Aluan finally discovers that Ranibel, the lady he's been eyeing, has kissed somebody else. Excuse me. I really want to see how that's going to go. Like, he's going to find out, like, what? I've been eyeing Ranibel. I want to ask her out. I'm planning to ask her out. I want her to be my chick. I want her to be my babe. I want her to be my boo. And she's kissed somebody else. So I really want to find out how that conversation will go. King Aluan doesn't know yet that Ranibel has kissed Shapalo. Ranibel kissed Shapalo on Saturday night, the party. Ranibel kissed Shapalo again on Tuesday when they were sleeping together. And because of Ranibel and Shapalo, Biggie has brought a law in the house now. They don't want two people sleeping on one bed. So because Ranibel and Shapalo on the same bed and we're kissing and fumbling under the blanket, Biggie did not like that, because he says he doesn't want sexual intercourse and immorality on his show. So they've brought a new law now: no two people on one bed, no two people can sleep in one bed anymore, or else they're going to get a strike from BIGGY. So that's just a bit of the summary of the things that have been going on. BIGGY has made new warnings in the house. He doesn't want two people sleeping on one bed. He doesn't want sexual immorality. He doesn't want kissing and touching and stuff like that. So this is just a summary of all the things that have been going on, and that's about it. I think this is all I have for now. I really have to go sleep. Let me read a few comments before we go. Alright, I think I got the last comment. So thank you guys a lot for watching. I remain your girl Onana. Please go ahead and hit the red subscribe button below this video, and turn your notification bell on to that little bell. You know, when you subscribe, a little bell appears. Subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you will never miss any of our upcoming videos. And if I come live, you're also going to be notified. If you turn the notification bell on, whenever I come live or whenever I upload a new video, you'll be the first to be told. Google or YouTube will send you a notification saying I've uploaded a new video, so you can come watch and you can get the tea, you can get the gist firsthand before everybody else wants to discover. Alright, so thank you guys a lot for watching. I remain your girl Onana. I appreciate you guys spending these few minutes with me. You could be anywhere in the world right now. It's actually 4 a.m. in Switzerland, but Alino is still with me at 4 a.m. Thank you, my brother. And my sister is in Canada, Edmonton. It's about 10 p.m. now in Canada, and she's also watching. Thank you very much, Mercy. Thank you to everybody who joined us today. Thank you, Alino. Thank you, Mercy. Thank you, Leonarda. Thank you, Georgette. A couple of people. Thank you all for joining. I'm grateful to have you all. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.